Hi guys, I'm Shmi, hello and welcome back to the channel where you join me back out in the USA to visit this extraordinary private car gallery. I'm out here in Miami, Florida, and this is IKONICK The Collection. We're looking here over the hypercar room, but there is another room full of Ferraris, another full of Porsches, plus one full of classic cars. But just feast your eyes at some of these cars here, over 100 in total, which we're going to explore today. From the newest arrival down at the end, the new Apollo IE there on the turntable. We've got the three different generations of the Porsche Supercars in Golf livery. That's an MSO cerulean blue Mclaren P1. We've got rarities like the MC12, the Ford GTX1, the Saleen S7. There's a LaFerrari, an Enzo. There are three McLaren Sennas, two road cars in carbon fiber, and one Senna GTR. Then it just continues, and we're going to go and take a full look around. The collection only opened a month or two ago, but it is very lucky to be able to share this private, almost museum with you. So let's go and check out then all of the cars here at IKONICK The Collection. Just coming down the stairs here, this view is breathtaking. Like I said, there are some classic cars as well. There's also a lot of artwork to explore, but I'm going to head straight over to go and check out the Apollo IE, one of only 10 in total. Just come through here, immaculately presented, endless rows of amazing cars that I am now walking casually down between, next to the LaFerrari, alongside one of my favourite cars in the world, as many of you will know, the Mercedes SLS AMG Black Series. This is the GTX1, one of only 40. That's actually the same colour as my McLaren Senna, more about that in a moment. Then we've got one of only two Golf Blue Carrera GTs, the 918 Weissach, one of actually four Weissach package 918s in this collection. There's also another P1 we'll get to see, plus the 959. But this is where we're beginning, the new Apollo IE. Now, of course, these things, you've seen them on the channel before. There are 10 in total. Only a couple of those have so far been delivered. But just look at the design of this thing. Unbelievably aggressive. It has a screaming 6.3 litre naturally aspirated V12, 800 horsepower. But this is radical. It's here at the front, having only recently arrived here in the collection, but look at the design of it, the orange paintwork, but also the orange tinted metallic flake in the carbon fibre, the exposed carbon fibre, and the back of it with that exhaust system. This car is insanity, but just then, look at that view. This is ridiculous. Like I said, this private collection only opened very recently, it's just been built, and my word, I don't really have many words when you see it all like this. So let's talk about some more of these cars then. The three Golf Blue Porsches, all painted, one of only two of the Carrera GTs, just over 1,000 Carrera GTs in total. Then it's had the Golf livery on top of that. This is an original Golf livery on the Weissach package 918 Spyder. And then you have the original Porsche supercar, really, the Porsche 959. There are actually two more 959s we're going to get to as well. This collection is mind-blowing. Then behind them, that's an MC12, one of only 50. This car was originally white and blue, the main livery of it, but it went Edo competition. It's been completely updated. It's got a lot of the Corsa components, the track car, hence the wing, and, well, look at it, MC12 Corsa basically, because it's been completely overhauled, but it's still a road legal thing, somehow. Next to that, we've actually got a Novitec Tirado Aventador SV Roadster. So the convertible version of the Aventador SV, but the full Novitec carbon fiber exterior, ridiculous exhaust system. And through there, some of the classics, we'll go and explore that room shortly. But this McLaren P1 is stunning. So many of you might have wondered, when I spec'd my 675 LT Coupe originally, it was off the fact that there were four P1s painted in cerulean blue. 3 in gloss, 1 in satin. This is one of those, cerulean blue, which also has the blue, navy blue leather interior to go with it. Kind of like the spec I went for on my Senna, with the dual tone of the blue. But this car, I think that's that's the P1 I would love to have one day, that's for sure. Coming through, the Ford GTX1, 700 horsepower out of this. GTX1 basically was a run of 40 or so cars where the roof was taken off of the 2004-2005 Ford GT, so you don't see many of those about at all. We've got some of the keys out at the moment. We were moving some cars around, so we've got a collection of the car keys just here, next to the Saleen S7 Twin Turbo. I think they only made 21 of these in total out of the 75 Saleen S7s. This thing could do 248 miles an hour, 7-litre twin turbocharged V8. Bit ridiculous, really. Then next to that, the track monster that is the Viper ACR. Haven't really spent too much time around the Viper ACRs, other than knowing that the wing on the back of this thing is massive. And also, look at the colour of the wing stands. One is red, one is black. That's kind of cool. Manual with a gigantic V10. Then, well, some more hypercars. We've got the full carbon fibre exposed body Senna. Got the Senna graphic here as well. The red accents around it, one of 500 Sennas. We've got the Ferrari Enzo. Unusually though, this Enzo has a red rear view mirror and red interior too, but one of originally 399 and then eventually 400 cars of the Enzo in total. Then we've got a LaFerrari Coupe, one of 499, and then the good old SLS AMG Black Series. I love this thing. There are about 350 SLS Blacks in total in the world. One day, one of those will be in my garage. Mark my words. Here then, a couple of the classics before we get in towards the Ferraris and go check out those guys as well. We've got a Jaguar Xk 150 from the 1960s. And we've got two Cobras, an AC Cobra Rep, and this is called a Backdraft. It's got a 550 horsepower Rouge engine, but basically a modern car, modern underpinnings, probably quite a laughed actually drive. Coming down this way for the moment, we've got another full carbon-bodied Senna. This is crazy. And then next to that, the Senna GTR, one of 75. That is, well, you just look at the aero and design, and the rear wing is just silly. Over here, one of 200 of the Porsche GT2 Club Sport, the track version of the GT2 RS. We've got the Icon A5, the plane here as well. We've got the room of some of the classics. Actually, we'll come back to that in just a moment. To continue through this way, though, have a look at all of the Ferraris. And in fact, interesting thing about these two, the two F12 TDFs here, notice the colour schemes. They are basically a matched pair, just with the slight rotation of the colours. So we've got two of the 799 TDFs here, F12 Berlinetta, 70th anniversary GTC4 Lusso. Then we've got the 458 Speciale Aperta, one of only 499, and we've got the Ferrari 430 16M, one of 499 of the convertible versions of the 430 Scuderia. Of course, that is one of 70 GTC4 Lussos as part of the 70th anniversary of the 5 different models that they did special liveries in. This livery on each of 5 different cars, all very complicated when Ferrari celebrated their 70th anniversary. Over this way, we've got a 599 GTO, one of 599. We've got the 575 Super America. We've got the 550 Barchetta. We've got a 512 TR. We've got a 512 BB, and we've got a 308 as well. Then we get to some more rare cars. This is an Alpina BMW Z8. We've got a Diablo VT Roadster. And oh look, there's another McLaren P1 just chilling there. Look at that. Love it actually, in the metallic white. Next to a 720S, next to an SLR Coupe, next to two AMG GTRs. On the right we have the Pro. So I guess the interesting thing here is to see some of the differences between the Pro and the normal GTR. So you can spot instantly the extended front. It's got the canards, the flicks around the corners, the GTR doesn't, as well as those louvres over the front arches. If we come to the back, remember there are only 750 of these. The back you can see the wing difference, and also these aero parts that it has around there too. Two Astons next, the Vanquish Volante, and then we have a Rapide S AMR, one of only 210 of the more hardcore versions of Aston's 4-seat, I think, Super Saloon. This is stunning though, McLaren Mercedes SLR Roadster, but factory painted in this dark metallic green, a gorgeous, gorgeous colour. Then we have a temporary visitor of a Turbo S exclusive series cabriolet, one of 200, but do not fear, there's also one over there, a second of the 200. So let's come through where we are greeted by the Voodoo Blue 918 and the Liquid Silver 918 and the Golf Salzburg livery 918 as well, along with a host of other Porsches. So two Turbo S exclusive series in the collection, the Cabriolet and also the Coupe. We've got a 991.1 GT3 RS, a 991.2 GT3, a GT2 RS, and you might be noticing there's a little gap here. Those two cars we'll go check out in a moment. They're in the workshop at the second. We've got a light blue PTS Targa Ford GTS, and we've got a 911R. In fact, let's come down as well. One of the 991 911R. A very, very much revered car. But here, I mean, look at this. Two 959s and three 918 Spyders. This is This is madness. What an extraordinary collection. Look at this colour though, the liquid silver. I think that was about 65,000 euros or something when the car came out. To spec that paintwork. It looks incredible though when you're alongside the car. This is really, 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 really nice. Very, very nice car. Over on this side though, of course, we have the 356s. We've got the coupe and the Speedster here, 2928s, GTS and a normal one. Then we've got a 993 Carrera 4S. We've got a 964 Turbo S, that's very special. And then the 2 additional 959s. And there's all of the artwork and the bikes and the other things that are around. Yeah, if you like your Porsches, that's a pretty cool room. That is a pretty cool room. If we squeeze back through though, I'm gonna come to check out some of these American classics back where we came from. A lot of kind of resto mods. Look at this. Look at the backs of all of these cars. Look at the various things that are just dotted around as well. This is really, this is bonkers. What an amazing, amazing view. Coming in here though, and you'll have to excuse me if I don't necessarily know everything. Some are original classics. We've got a Chevrolet Bel Air. We have a Chevrolet Impala, I want to say. Then we've got an old Ford kind of rebuilt, modified car. We've got a Fairlane. It's a Fairlane. That is definitely not looking quite so original on. Brain block completely. What do we have here? Another Bel Air. Of course, I should have been able to work that out. Chrysler 300. Yeah, these are, look at these, look at the wheels. This kind of suggests that's a lot more powerful than it probably was back at the original day. We've got a Corvette, look at the wheels on that, that's not so standard. This is interesting. Data Marso Pantera with NOS, 2 NOS tanks in the back of that. What? Look at the variety of different cars around here. And then we've got a Plymouth, I think, Raging Bird. I gather that's about 800 horsepower, but it's also another very nice colour. The purple as well. Yeah, that's quite a cool room. Plus a chill out area with a pool table over in the corner and a glass motorbike. Don't ride that one. Might not be as safe as an actual thing. So this gallery is just insane, and we're still going to go and check out those 2 other cars over in the workshop. But if your mind hasn't been blown by this, I don't know what could possibly do it, because this place is on another level. In here though, being worked on at the moment. Oh look what we've got at the back. Another sneaky Apollo IE, the prototype car that's currently visiting. But we've got the GT2 RS, which has just had the entire bodywork replaced with carbon fibre, all visible carbon parts all around the exterior and the interior, the entire thing. And the GT3 RS, the 991.2 generation GT3 RS, also being done as well. By the satin black car. I last saw that out in Saudi Arabia, and now here it is over in Miami, joining all of this. The original parts actually are laid out here that have just come off. Plus, I'm guessing those are the wheels from the Senna GTR from the orange lettering. Yes, indeed they are. So you get 2 sets, of course. You can have slicks and all-season tyres for the Senna GTR. Not that it is road legal, but quite cool to have the workshop here filled with all of those. And then back out to heaven in this room with the IE, those 3. I think it's hard to properly appreciate how rare this collection of cars is, to have all of those together like that, and to have, I mean, this selection that we're actually looking at, all being guarded by our golden alligator here as well. But yeah, a nice pile of keys, take your pick. Probably jump for the P1 ones, would be kind of nice for now. But yeah, this is special. This is a really awesome collection. This is a very, very, very special thing to be able to share with you. So a huge, huge thanks to the owner for allowing me to come and, well, share this, to be able to see this. I mean, my mind is blown. There's actually a storeroom as well with even more cars, and there's a storage facility coming too. But yeah, it's also a cool building. You can change the color of the lights, you can change all sorts of different things. There's the turntable for showing cars. Of course, there's the balcony area up top where I started off, and then all the artworks that are up on the walls as well, the skull being the logo. And then yeah, the line of all of the Ferraris. Plus, by the way, there are some cars that aren't here, I should mention. There is also an F50 and an F40, which would sit very nicely with the LaFerrari and with the Enzo. I'm sure there's more, but those 2 spring to mind initially. I haven't really spent any time around Saleen S7s ever, or even driven a GTX1. The rest, yes. So the question is, if you could drive one, what would it be? I don't know. key in a hat, just see which one you draw out. In any case, IKONICK The Collection, link down below if you'd like to follow over on Instagram and the likes. But this place, this is quite something. The greatest collection, I think, to open up here in Miami with all of these cars. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Do be subscribed for plenty more to come. It's great being out here in the USA, seeing some of these things out and about. But thank you very much for watching. As always, that's it for this time, and I'll see you again very soon. Cheers.